Addicts. It's Joe with Black Box Silver and Bronze, and I've got a short but sweet comic call here. Let's check them out. Hey, comic addicts. I went up to Cleveland, Tennessee today to Comics Unlimited. I have been to this comic store twice before. The first time I went in there, I got a really nice stack of Charlton supernatural comics like The Ghost of Dr. Graves. And the next time I went, I wasn't able to get anything. They're in the process of moving to a new location, and the store was just kind of in a lot of turmoil. So it was hard to find things. So I just kind of walked in and walked out when I saw that going on. But I figured I'd wait a little bit and give them some time to get settled at their new location. I went up there today. I got some good comics. So the first thing is not a comic, but you know, when you're leaving some of these comic stores, they put in those free comic newspapers like the Comic Shop News. And usually I just page through them and get rid of them. This time I'm going to keep it because check out the cover of it. It's this really cute winter snowball fight between Flash, Green Lantern, Black Canary, and Batman. And it says, "This is why you don't invite Flash to a snowball fight." It's really cool. I like Fred Hembeck. It's his art style is very funny, very humorous. I've got a comic called the Roast of the Fantastic Four, the Fantastic Four roast that he did, and I love it. So that's really cool. Now let's get on to the comics. So the first one I got was the Teenage Hot Rodders #1, and this is a Charlton comic where they're gonna try to outrace the train at the railroad crossing. Probably not going to make it. This is the first issue of the series, and it's been tough to find. I found an issue recently at another shop. I paid a little more for it. This is from Volume 1, #1 from April of 1963. This is very low grade. The cover's split. I didn't know that when I bought it, but I figured I'd take a chance. It was only $5. It looks really nice. It looks better than when it was in the bag, it looked better than the other one I bought. So I thought, great, but it turns out the cover split. Got a couple of comics, relatively new comics. They came out a couple of weeks ago, and Night Tiger told me I had to get this. So this is Amazing Spider-Man #14. And I guess it's a new character called Hallows Eve. So after he showed it and said, "Hey, it's this new character," I went locally here to the two shops in town. They didn't have it. The other shops that I were at a couple of days ago, they didn't have it. So I stopped looking for it. But Comics Unlimited had it. They also had a variant cover, which I liked. So I got both of them. They were the last two ones on the shelf. So that was pretty cool. And then if you've heard about Spire Christian Comics, Al Hartley did a lot of these Christian comics, and I've got a small collection of those. I always pick them up when I find them. Here's one called The Cross and the Switchblade. And so they had this one, so I grabbed it. Very low condition. This is from, it says copyright 1989, and it's based on a novel called The Cross and the Switchblade by this guy named David Wilkerson, who helped some gang members, come to Christ. And so I picked that one up. And this is a 69-cent variant. So when I went to put this into my database and I looked on the Grand Comics database, they didn't have this one. So I told them there's a 69-cent variant. There's a 35-cent, a 39-cent, and a 49-cent that up here say Spire Christian Comics. And then there's a 49, 59, and 69 that say New Barber Comics. So that's The Cross and the Switchblade and a little bit of comic history on that. Another cool comic I got, I pick these up all the time when I see them, especially when they're $10 or less, which a lot of times they're not. Here's Tippy Teen #24 by Tower Comics. They had that really neat logo there. and it's kind of like an Archie style Tower Comics version of teen humor in the Archie style. Nice bikini beach scene there. Tippy Teen, number 24. Now, this is from September of 1969, and one of the things that kind of set Tower Comics apart, if you ever pick these up, you'll notice they're a lot thicker. So while the other comics were going for like 15 cents, they were doing 25 cents and giving you a lot more pages. They're kind of square bound. And so another Tippy Teen for my PC. I like promo comics. I found one that I've never seen before called Sparky's Second Chance. And it's a fire safety comic book from the National Fire Protection Association. I think it's from 1988, if I remember correctly. Yep, 1988. And it tells a story and shows you like to crawl under the smoke and stop, drop, and roll. And there's a place in the back where you could fill in emergency information. So some child started filling it in there. They typed in that the fire department's phone number is 911 and that my name is Sparky. So that's kind of cute. Sparky's Second Chance. Okay, this is pretty cool. Not a comic, but it's a comic magazine called Back Issue. And I usually don't go for magazines, but this is Bruce Timm cover, a Big Barda. And I really like Bruce Timm's style. There's three artists who I just really like their style, and I'll just buy like covers that they do, and that is Jack Kirby, Bruce Timm, and Darwin Cook. So I saw this and I was like, oh, that's Bruce Timm. And this is an issue about liberated ladies, right? So it's all about female superheroes. This issue is about Big Barda, Ms. Marvel, Phoenix, Savage She-Hulk, Starfire, and Valkyrie. But the person who's missing is Wonder Woman. I mean, she was really liberated. There's even a run in the 70s where she stopped wearing her red, white, and blue uniform because she was a hip, liberated woman. But that's a beautiful Bruce Timm cover that I'm happy to have. The last book is really cool. So this is the first appearance of Groot, but the reprint. So this is Where Monsters Dwell, number 6. And this is a reprint of the first appearance of Groot. I have a few issues of Where Monsters Dwell. I was always hoping I'd come across this one. So Where Monsters Dwell, 15 centers, so late Silver Age, early Bronze Age. I'm not sure exactly where this one falls, but basically I reprinted a lot of the Marvel monster issues that you saw, like in Journey into Mystery and Tales to Astonish and things like that. And so I got a few, and I was always hoping to come across this one, which is the first appearance of Groot, because I don't want to spend thousands of dollars, but this is in pretty nice shape. And they were asking $40. I got it for $40, and I like it with the blue background and the green box up here and everything. The primary colors on here really pop. So that's it. It was a short haul, but all good stuff. It was really fun to get in there and dig around and find this stuff. There were a couple of more expensive things I left behind, but it's a good store. So if you're in the area, check it out there. All right, comic addicts, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.